Hey guys, welcome. It is office hours. I have the date right this time. It is the 5th. If you've got questions, I'm here. We'll see what I can answer. Honestly, it could be Japanese questions, throw in some Korean questions, whatever you want. Doesn't even have to be language related. Whatever you got, let me know. Also, let me know if my sound's working for you. It is Friday, I believe. Alexa, what day is it?
It's Friday.
Alexa, stop. It's Friday. Ooh. Man, I gotta figure out why my microphone wants to just destroy. Do I not have like some of the processing on here? I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the stream. I just got recommended something and I clicked it from this channel with only 12,000 subscribers. And it's a 14-year-old girl in a bathing suit. It's 2 minutes long. I've already watched a minute and a half. Apparently it's from 2013 because people are questioning whether it's AI or not. And everyone else is saying the same thing. They're saying, I got recommended it to, it's Japanese people making that claim. They're like, I got recommended it to, down here. 急におすすめが出てきた人. These are all the people that agreed that all of a sudden you got recommended this video. So I don't know what they're doing, but this is from, it is from 12 years ago. I thought it was an upload. Okay, so literally all of a sudden this 12-year-old video from a channel with 12,000 subs got recommended. And it's a girl talking about that she's going to be singing some song. She got recommended or she got chosen or something. I didn't mean to hit that button, sorry.
皆さんからものすごいいい曲だね、いい曲だねって言われるんですよ。ダンスもめっちゃかっこいいねとか言われるんですけど。
I don't know. Like it just showed up in my recommendations right here. Oh, you missed it. You missed it. It was right there. Actually, I meant to go to the main channel.
Hey!
I meant to go to the main channel to see what this is. Hot tomato cam. Okay, hot tomato cam. Is the name of the channel. Wow, it is okay. Yeah, all of a sudden this one got recommended. I wonder if they spent money to do it.
Hey!
Okay, well, that's a great way to, it's a great way to start the stream. Good morning, good morning, great friend. Hello, Kuro Suzume. You know, all day yesterday, I was going to do a live stream yesterday. I figured I would do this particular work in the morning, and I would, and then I would just totally have time to do other things. But no, all day I was updating books, all day. So we should see soon, hopefully, new covers up on Amazon, coming up soon. I keep checking, but they're not there yet. Some of them have been approved, but oops, Amazon.com. Hang on, let me do this smart. Let me do this smart today. We're going to open up a DuckDuckGo Fire window. Fire. Okay. That way I don't dox myself. Okay. Amazon.com. And we'll go to George Trombley. And we'll click on his books. None of them are showing us updated yet. Spanish has the new logo. Yeah, none of them. It's going to take a couple days. But they're all updated. So that's cool. Took me literally until 4 a.m. in the morning. So it was a lot of work. Any plans for book 5 videos? Let me look at my folder. Let me look at where I am on my folder. Give me a second. PowerPoints. Japanese. So I'll show you this. So you'll see here it says Japanese in 5. Japanese in 5. Wait a minute. Here we go. Japanese Video Course PPT 2022. Here's book 5 stuff. there's a full complete document here with all of the video lessons that are done. Now, this is the one that shows the sentences being determined. I've already done all of these. These are using my new content system, so you can see that they're set up in a certain order. But yeah, eventually there will be videos. There are plans. To answer your question, yes, there are plans. If I can get myself on a different schedule, maybe. That sounds like I have a job somewhere. No, I don't have a job anywhere. This is all I do. But I'm doing a million things. I'm building a new project. I'm working on my novel. I was working on Spanish from Zero book 1. Now it'll be book 2. I was doing the new cover releases. That's done, except for Korean covers have to come up and kanji covers have to come up. So it's all part of my day. Can I get my act together and do videos as well? I mean, I got to do Korean videos too. And now there are people asking for Spanish videos. So do you think doing Spanish from Zero book 1 videos would boost sales? Or do you feel confident enough in your Spanish to do videos for Spanish? Oh, I would totally do videos for Spanish. I would do it I wouldn't do it alone. I would do it with, as a matter of fact, when I start thinking in Spanish, I freeze up. My brain doesn't know where to go. I just don't have enough things to say. Like, my brain doesn't have a steady initial thing to go to in Spanish. I literally have not done enough input with Spanish and enough talking in Spanish. I'm still really like nervous on it, honestly. I love doing the book itself. Was super fun. You know, when Hugo would test me on the sentences that he had made or that I had made, so fun. You know, going from English to Spanish or Spanish to English, but it's not enough. Even though we wrote the whole book, it's just not enough. So the answer is I don't feel confident to do it myself, but I don't know who else to get to do it. Hugo doesn't have really good ratings, unfortunately, in the videos he's made. So I imagine we'd be a good team together, but him alone, I don't know if it's good enough. Also, I kind of want to see a foreigner learning it. I want to see someone who doesn't know Spanish talk about it, you know? Summer Game Fest on right now. New video games announcement live stream. Okay. Cool. What's the novel about? I could show you the cover. This is the current cover in progress. And forgive this because I got to rewrite this, but in a world where technology infiltrates every corner of life, George Williams, a former MMA fighter injured at the height of his career, has no choice but to work as a personal trainer to pay off a crushing debt from the injury. When a lucrative trading offer from Letter, a shadowy, omnipresent tech corporation, tempts him with a life-altering paycheck, George takes the job despite warnings from his media-savvy girlfriend. He soon finds himself in over his head and nowhere to run. His girlfriend Shinhei Kim, a sharp, relentless public relations agent, warns him not to go, but he didn't listen. Now it may be too late. So there. And this cover was done by the person who made this. I made this. These are fake. This is actually. This is the girl who did the cover. She's Violet. And then this is Indigo is actually the guy that helped me, inspired me to write this story, because we had a joke. I made a joke story about me and him, and it turned into this entire novel. Now, the story itself wasn't funny at all, but it was funny that I was writing it about us. But yeah, I agree. Like the art's insanely good. Like, I absolutely love this. Like, look at the, and this is all hand. By the way, this is actually done by a human being. There's zero AI in any of this. This is all done by Violet. Parts of it she allowed me to direct, and the other parts she just did. Like, I asked her to do the trees, and then she did the trees, and they're insane. If I unlock these trees, they're insane. Like, look at how much. Did I undo it? Did I move it? I don't even know. I don't want to break it here. But Adobe can't handle the that amount of object points. Oops. So yeah, that is the novel cover. I'm right now, I have a bunch of notes from Violet. I'll show you the let's see here. So if I go to the review and show comments in a list, these are all of the notes that Violet has added that I've got to go through and make mods on. It's overwhelming. My thought right now is to go through this and release like a kind of a before final draft version so I can have a copy in my hand to see how the cover feels. But it's a lot of work. But it's fun. Totally enjoyable. I would highly recommend writing a novel. It's fun. In what format will it be available? It'll be an actual... I think I can show you... give me a second. So an earlier version of the book was called Thursdays with Kim. Same kind of a synopsis on the back, but this was some random AI thing. I was just trying to see what it'd feel like as a book. The not the book was AI, just the cover. But this was, I was reading through. You can see I'm making like notes to remove certain things. Like, what did I remove the whole thing? I should keep that note open. That's chapter 21. But just making a bunch of notes of like what I would change. But this is, I think, draft 2 or something like that. Yeah, no, this is draft 3. This is from 2024. But you can just see there's like a lot of tons of notes about things I needed to fix. And it's even worse than that, honestly. There's so many things needed to be fixed. I really love the name Thursdays with Kim, but since it's a sci-fi novel, you can't really call it that. It's kind of weird. But I've been working on this for 4 years. That wasn't my intention, but I ended up taking other things on project-wise. So it'll be available in this format right here. And I think this has 500 pages, but I got it down to 430 through proper editing, not removing parts, more like scrunching things together, like not starting a new chapter always. Like, see how right here it starts a new chapter on this page. Now it starts over here underneath. So a lot of that helped because there's like 88 chapters. So if you could easily shave 40 pages off just by moving the chapter to start wherever. And a lot of books do that. A lot of books start the chapter in the middle of the page, and I didn't know that first when I was writing it. So now it's better. Violet says it's an excellent story. A question, because I don't know if you paid to illustrate your books or how it works. Violet did the illustrations of the books. Matter of fact, my first part of the day, I would have started the stream earlier, but I had a whole meeting on the new Korean from Zero characters. It's 100% human created. We don't use AI. Now, let's not confuse it. I do use AI, just not for that kind of thing. Violet actually hasn't been paid anything so far. My plan is to pay her for the editing, at least. She also helped edit Spanish from Zero too. Find mistakes in there. But anyway, listen, today we're open for questions, guys. I'm curious if I open it up to like literally any question, what would come up? So it doesn't have to be about me, about my stuff. That just tends to be what I talk about because that's my point of reference in life. Silt made the From Zero books. I just did the novel cover. Yes. Yeah. A lot of times Violet's even there, like she'll be on the line while I'm rewriting the chapter and helping a little bit there. Mostly she's quiet because she knows I hate getting advice. I absolutely like I don't want to hear, what if, no, I'll write it. You just tell me if I got an error. Like, I'm not the kind of writer that wants suggestions. I just don't. That might be like arrogant. Yeah, probably is arrogant. This is why I'll never submit it to a publisher. I'll publish it myself. I definitely don't want, like, I think the conclusion here, or the way that the blah 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 went down. I don't want to give spoilers, but I feel like that would be better contrasted against a no, sorry. If you're gonna get truly something new and unique, you got to put something out there without getting a bunch of advice from other people. Already my head's filled with my own advice, right? So that'll be coming out hopefully this year. I don't know. Unless you guys ask questions, I don't have anything to say. Just gonna wipe my phone down here. I haven't really done much but that. I'll be going later on out to a store that move locations that I want to see. Like a furniture shop. Not that I'm gonna buy anything. I don't got room for things anymore. Too much stuff in my house. I did add this yesterday. I added this, guys. You ready? You guys ready for it? What? What did you say? I don't think so. Wait, does it work in this mode? Yes, okay. I didn't know if it worked in this mode. I do something so stupid. Do you have any favorite book that you like to read? Any favorite book or books? I like to read. So I go back and forth between reading stuff about human nature, books like *Sapien* or *Homo Deus*, same author, Yuval something Yuval. The Bobiverse series was really good. I think I've been through 4 of those. The Long Earth series, I can't remember who wrote it. It might have been Pratcher. That was a fun series, like Long Earth, Long War, Long Mars, where someone invents a stepper box, and it's like basically a potato with some wires in it, and they can step to different Earths. It's really a cool book for me, that whole series. There was a book, I think it was called The Flood or something like that, where the Earth gets flooded and then people leave. That kind of apocalyptic sci-fi stuff. Hail Mary, Andy Weir, The Martian. I read both of those before they were movies. So I will tell you right now, Hail Mary, the movie, no problems. Insanely perfect. Like, you know, people will say like, oh, the book was better or they messed up the movie. Nothing like that. It's really good. I'm reading, I say reading, but it's an audiobook. I'll just run through some of the stuff in my Audible account. I have a ton of books in Audible. 1Q84, Haruki Murakami, my first Haruki Murakami book, is what I'm going through right now. I'm on chapter 17. Here's some books that I recently added because I had a bunch of credits. Dawn by Octavia E. Butler. Middle Falls Time Travel Omnibus. Fugitive Telemetry. Red Rising. Artificial Condition. Rogue Protocol. The Paradox PI. Books 1 through 3. And then there's some dramatized adaptations that I bought. I don't know if they're going to be good or not, but I thought that of some other books. Let's see. Let's go through my library here. I read this book called Rental Person Does Nothing, or Rental Person Who Does Nothing, by Shoji Morimoto. It's about a man that makes money doing nothing. Dennis E. Taylor had a series Was that the one? This is part of it. Not Till We Are Lost. I don't think I finished that one. There's Project Milhari. Hail Mary, sir, Milhari. We Were Never Here. That's a book by Andrea Bartz. It was pretty good. I got it because I have a novel that that's going to come after Fate Squared called The Peach of Portland. And that one is about this is the only thing I can reveal, 2 girls that are going to be serial killers in America from Japan. And so I went to Barnes & Noble a couple years back and I was like, hey, do you have any books about 2 girls that are serial killers? And that's why I say it was kind of okay. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for a lot of violence. I want to know what level of violence I could get into in my book. So that was kind of like me trying to see what's out there. Oh, yeah, Dennis E. Taylor. Yeah, I'm sorry. That is the guy that wrote the Bobbiverse. I'm guessing that particular one I didn't read. There's a book that I accidentally skipped in the series. I jumped up from, so I don't think I read the Not Till We Are Lost one. That was a really fun series. The Black Swan, that's a business, like a world event type thing where it's like, it doesn't matter how much you plan for things, there's always going to be a Black Swan event. And that comes from, they never used to believe there was black swans. There was only white swans. Black swan was mythical. And then they found black swans. Okay. So a Black Swan event is an event that you cannot predict that it's going to happen. For example, the coronavirus is considered a Black Swan event because it doesn't matter how much planning you did for your restaurant or your movie theater or your business, you weren't ready for the Black Swan event that coronavirus was. And my company as well, when Corona hit, me and Justin is the co-owner of the From Zero side, and then I own completely the Japanese Yes Japan side, but we run it together, right? So I called Justin up and I said, hey bro, how are we going to do this? Like, in what order do we have to let people go, like to maintain the company and weather this, weather this Corona stuff? Luckily for us, Corona was insanely good. I didn't think it was going to be good. I was ready for the company to be gone because everyone was quarantined. And when I think about it, it's dumb. I should have known, but I didn't. I was worried. So, Deeper and Down says, love Murakami, read most of them. Wind Up Bird Chronicle is the best one. I'm really enjoying 1Q84 though, so far. Violet's reading it too. She's ahead of me. She says it might be getting weird. I don't know. Very happy to see you. It's been a while. Nikub says yes. Recently I read Osamu Dazai, No Longer Human. Did you know it? No, I don't. I don't know it. It's a heavy. ねえ、黒スズメさんってさ、日本人? Is Kuro Suzume a Japanese person? The English is a little bit different than I'm ready for here. And I just realized you might be Japanese or a non-English speaker. Making money doing nothing sounds interesting. Shimo Street. What did you just say to me? Are you saying I'm making money by doing nothing? I'm doing a live stream right now. Is that what you meant? To insult me? I probably missed something. It was probably one of the book titles I was reading. The Zorro 412. How hard was the roll? Was to roll the R for you for Spanish? Oh, that's not a problem at all. Perro. It's just a tongue thing for me. Perro. It's easy. For many folks say it's difficult. Yeah, but Japanese has it too. Ora, nashitendora, sakendora. So I've been doing that for a while. And think about it. Ra, ri, ru, re, ro is a similar rolling sound in Japanese. Can yo and sen yo be used with verbs? Okay, good question. No. I don't think yo can. Taberu yo. The problem is there's another yo that acts with verbs. Like, for example, tabereru yo ni narimashita. I became able to eat it. Like, I didn't used to be able to eat sushi, but over time I got used to it. And now, tabereru yo ni narimashita. Now I can eat it. I couldn't go to Japan because I didn't have the time. I couldn't get off work. But I am now able to go. Ikeru yo ni narimashita. I can now go, right? But if you say senyo, it means limited to this thing. So let's take yo on a noun, right? Inu yo means dog usage, right? So this particular bed or food or item is inu yo, literally for dogs. So for example, this case is for an iPhone 16, right? So it's iPhone 16 Pro Max yo. Now, if we threw senyo on there, it'd mean literally only for that thing, specifically for that thing, right? It's more detailed. So this is gonna be a weird one. Have you heard the word debusen? Debusen is a guy that strictly likes chubby girls. Debusen. And I believe it comes from, it's just the first thing that came into my head, guys. Debusenyo. Like, I'm purely chubby girls. Debu means fat, not chubby, to be fair. For example, manabu yo. I don't think you can do manabu yo. Manabu senyo. Let me tell you what my wife does. She says, shut up, let me think about it. That's where I am right now. Because there's manabu tameno, in order to learn. Manabu yo, definitely not a thing. Manabu senyo. I don't think that works either. Strictly to do a verb. Let me think about this. Strictly to do a verb. I feel like there's something that does that. この薬は何を治す、何のために飲むんですか? For what reason do you drink this medicine, take this medicine? あ、これはね、I might say がん専用, but that's not a verb. がんのために飲む. It might be like だけ. You know what I mean? Just literally だけ. これは学ぶだけなんですよ. It's just learning. 学ぶだけ. 学ぶためのものだけです. 学ぶためのものだけです. It's only used for learning. I feel like it becomes a phrase. That's my official current answer. 学ぶ専用. Sounds like you're making a product and you want to know what to put on the cover, but I don't. Like, for example, you could have like a pass that was limited to foreigners. 外国人専用, right? But I don't think it works. Like, grammatically it works, 学ぶ専用, but do they say it culturally? I don't think they do. Nagisa says, I used to hang out in your chat when you were live on TikTok walking around. I'm glad to see you're doing well. Oh, you're talking about when I was in Korea. Back in the day. I believe. Japan Mon Amour says, Days at the Murasaki bookshop in Satoshi Yagisawa was trending a year ago. Followed by more days at the Murasaki bookshop. The adaptation of George Orwell's 1984 is really good, I think. Debusenyo arimasu. Okay, there is debusenyo. But is there, Chakyo-san が日本人かどうかわからないんだけども、動詞プラス専用ってあるのかな? これは食べる専用です。ないと思うんだけど. I just don't, it doesn't sound right to me. You can absolutely use both. Akai niwa tori says you can use. They're both just functional verbs that are being modified by verbs. Are you sure, Akai niwa tori? All right, let's do the Twitter test. Let's go to Twitter. This is where I will learn. We'll see. So let's say taberu senyo. Taberu hito senyo, strictly for people, right? For people. Denshi renji senyo. Let's put these in quotes and see if we can't find an actual match. Taberu senyo spoon. A spoon dedicated to eating. Okay. That's a solid response there. Taberu senyo no fuinki. The atmosphere of just eating. Taberu senyo no account o tsukurimasu. I'm going to make an account just specifically for eating. Okay, well, I'm going to call it. Definitely used. Tamago to taberu senyo. To eat the whole thing. The ball, whatever the ball is, I'm not sure. Hopefully that wasn't sexual. Taberu senyo model. Let's look up taberu yo. Taberu yo ni bijiki. I feel like I should know this kanji. It's something I've seen before.
ひじきに
Oh, to niru, I think. 食べるよが売ってて、凍らせて食べるよ売ってて、明日食べるように買ってきた。I feel like明日食べるようのオーバーバイトオーツ。I think that yo is the actual yo. I just don't think I realize it's in kanji all the time. The so that I can. Yeah, for you, that one is the yo ni naru one, right? Taberu yo ni naru. Taberu yo de. Yeah, I'm going to say it looks like they're both being used completely. The Twitter test is a really good one, guys, because it's people talking. I think just for me personally, I'm so used to noun plus yo. Let's look up there's taberu yo no. Untenchu ni taberu yo no oyatsu wasureta. I forgot my candy for eating. Taberu yo ga taberu yo no oatmeal. Imoto no ie de taberu yo no. Yeah, oatmeal for my sister to eat at home. Okay. Or ane. Okay. 100%. Yes. That's the official answer that Twitter has given us. Good stuff. So, Akai Niwatori-san is correct. Hey, Checks, don't...
Checks?
No. You can't hire her. No, she's mine. She's my artist. No. She's busy. Unless you pay her a good amount of money, right? Right, Violet? Did that actually switch over? It did. But anyway, seriously, Violet's a really good artist. Kuro Suzume is being asked, have you read the novel Julia, which tells the 1984 story from Julia's perspective. Oh, interesting. They're just modified nouns like mita koto ga aru. Modified verbs. So da ne. That's right. It's this kanji. Sama. The yo. So you're not Japanese. Okay. George's second camera shot is double audio. Oh. Hang on. Let's see, what's this one? No double audio now. Fix. All right, good. You got a publication date for your novel? No. Sometime this year is my goal. I've got to go through all of... So, it is final draft. Every change that I want to make, I've made. I don't think there's anything left over. Like, the end of the story is super good. The first 10 chapters are solid. I've just got to go through the remaining 300 or so pages that I haven't gotten to yet. My goal would be before Christmas for sure. Like, I've already had people read it, and already I think it's good enough. There's nothing in the book that makes me go, wait a minute, that, you know, like, I'll tell you what, in the Ichikyu Hachion book, from Haruki Murakami, there's more weird things in that if I were the author, I would have addressed than my own book. And I don't want to spoil it, but me and Violet, who are reading the book, both agree, like, why would that be okay? There's just weird things, not a ton, because it's a really fun story, and Murakami obviously, like, a complete craftsman. But there's nothing like that, I think, left in the book. The ones that were there, I already fixed. Like, I thought there was a couple problems that I needed to address in draft 5, which is the final draft. And I did. Already fixed. And maybe it's setting up properly for a book 2 and a book 3, depending on how the book is received. Find out, guys. I don't know. Anything else? Anything else you guys want to talk about? I am super disappointed that I couldn't call the book Thursdays with Kim. That's such a good name. And this book feels so substantial. 500 pages. And I changed names. Some of the names got changed in this book. I'm really happy with this book. I gotta say, like, I think I lost confidence in it. Like, I know it's a good book, right? And then I wrote it, I finished it. A couple people read it, they liked it. And then I was like, okay, I mean, I guess it's a good book. But then I sat away from it for like maybe 9 months or so. And then I looked at it again. I was reading it, what I'm doing right now. And Violet said, no, it's really good. It's really good. I'm like, is it really good though? I mean, it's okay. It's like, you know what? My second novel will be better. But it's good. When I reread it, I was like, okay, it's good. I had to agree. I enjoy it. You can't trust me though, I'm the author. No author's going to say they didn't like their book, right? I don't think. I mean, I guess like Stephen King could be really honest and be like, I didn't like Carrie or something like that. What's the difference between cho and mechakucha? Mechakucha can be used by itself. Okay, let's explain what they are. Cho and mechakucha mean like super or very, right? But mechakucha can mean it's all messed up. Like, for example, I looked at George's novel. Mechakucha. It's all over the place. It's just messed up. But you couldn't just say it's cho. But you can say it's cho tanoshii in a positive way. It's really fun, or cho omoshiroi in a positive way. It means ultra. Ultra is like from cho ompa. Choompa means ultra sound. So it's cho something means ultra fun. And it can be used in a positive or a negative. Like, for example, if a person's being really bothersome, you can say cho uzai. You're super uzai, right? It's super, right? But mechakucha is normally negative. Mechakucha. But there's a one in between. There's a mecha. Mecha can be used just like cho. Mecha tanoshi. And I believe mecha is more Kansai. It came from like the Kansai area near like Osaka. I might be wrong, but I could be right. We could look that up. Mecha. Mecha tanoshi. Cho tanoshi. But mechakucha is like saying it's all over the place. Mechakucha. That's my answer. Japan Mon Amois says, I hate ebooks, always like the feel of a proper book. Oh, yeah. I like audiobooks though. That'll be the challenge. How do I get a good audiobook? Brian Abinanti702 was his first time joining a live. Welcome. I think you'll find it's a quality live stream. Not many live streams have secondary cameras. I think you'll find it's enjoyable. I am toying with the idea of adding a third camera. I do have another camera just like this one that I could put here. These are the cameras that I bought back in like 2017. They're like 9 years old, but they're good. Yes, I think you will find it's a top 100 quality live streams right here on Japanese from Zero channel. So like you came for the Japanese questions and then things went different directions you weren't ready for. Like I am ready for like, let's get some serious hard going questions here, guys. Let's keep religion out of it. Let's keep politics out of it. We all know how I feel about that. Shimo Street says 3 cameras would be cool. I agree. I gotta figure out where I'd put it. It's a struggle. The only problem with having more than one camera is now you got to clean this area. And if I had another camera, like say like back here, I'd have to clean this area, you know? But you can see like, what's cool is I can actually show you all of the Blu-rays and DVDs that I have. This is stuff I haven't processed yet sitting in here. Stuff that I bought recently. Oops. And then that stuff arrived, but I haven't had time to like rip it to the server. Cheers, Better Call Saul, a bunch of movies down there. Yeah, you don't get to see that. That's what the second camera does. Oops. The third camera should be super far away, like in another room. like way over there, looking in the whole thing. I'd be like, the problem is, what you don't see is I have, well, maybe you can see it now. This monitor right here, this is 32 inches. And then there's another one right here. And then you've got these smaller monitors. These are very handy, actually. You got these smaller another one. The smaller monitors are on the desk. And then there's a sound panel right here. Highly recommend Sanderson's writing lectures. He drops advanced, actionable blueprints for building epic plots and complex characters. Well, I listened, the thing that helped me really finish my novel, but because I'd written other stories and I'd get to like deep into the book and it just wouldn't work. And I could never figure out how to get out of it. I got 2 or 3 like that right now that I wish, like such a cool story. I'll tell you one of them. But anyway, I listened to How to Write Best-Selling Fiction. Let me see that. It's in Audible here. Let's see. Let's do a search. How to read a book. That was in my library. How to Write Funny. I have that. I haven't listened to that. How to Write Dazzling Dialogue. I haven't listened to that. Oh no, I did listen to that. It's finished. How to Write Best-Selling Fiction by James Scott Bell and the Great Courses. That was what got me over the finish line, because it was like, you know, originally I think I said this already before in another stream, but originally in my story, my main character had the perfect life. My idea was perfect life gets completely upturned, but I couldn't get my character to do anything. Why would he take a risk that would get him into a dangerous situation? He doesn't need to. You know, his girlfriend warns him, don't do this thing. He can go, yeah, you're right, I'm going to do it. But if he's got a lot of debt and he's working off that debt, well, of course he's going to go. It's too good to not go. Stuff like that I didn't realize I had to do. So that was a good one. How to write best-selling fiction. How to write a novel using the snowflake method. Story Genius. There was another one about a cat story. In my library. Let's see here. Story structure. The key to successful fiction. Structuring your novel. Also, listening to books helps. Professor from BYU. I'm not exactly sure. Save the Cat. That's the one. Yeah, Save the Cat was pretty good. There was another one called Write Your Novel from the Middle. And that's actually solid advice, but there's a YouTuber, Abby something or other. I can't remember her full name. If I switch over to my YouTube tissue box channel. What you don't know, guys, by the way, is I have short stories on one of my channels. You might not know that. We're not going to watch them. I just got to log in here, but this is my tissue box channel. There's only 748 subscribers, but this is a draft 2 of the book right here. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as the current one. I put some of it up. It used to be called Life Squared. Now it's called Fate Squared. This is a book that I wrote from God. If he was going to, God comes down and he writes another book to clear things up. That's called my eternal book, that I wrote 7 years ago. There's another 4th chapter I never put out. Push the Buttons is something I woke up and wrote. This is a story I wrote after a big headache. And this is just random stupid shit that I wrote. And my biggest video is me getting a haircut. For some reason, the haircut and a shave. This is me being an asshole to my daughter. It wasn't intentional, but I was recording it for the channel. And I realized, wow, I put it up for like self-understanding. I decided. Because there was a lot of stuff where me and Arisa would do things. But yeah. Anyway, my point was to log into this channel and show you some of the, I think Abby Emmons might have been her name. If we go to subscriptions. Wait a minute. How do I see? Oh, Abby Emmons. There she is. Abby Emmons. I believe Christiane Jones is also another book related. Ooh, announcing my debut novel. Anyone that was doing book stuff, I was watching. And I crafted this channel to be about books. There was one thing that really concerned me when I was writing the book is I follow some subreddits on writing as well. And one of them is kind of dedicated to how to not write a woman. So when I started writing the book, I'm like, I'm not writing this about a woman. I'm not going to do woman perspectives. I don't know how to do that. There's a lot of women in the story though. And a lot of them I'm writing. I think I did an okay job. Maybe Violet can tell me as a woman, but, I was worried I was going to mess up the woman part of it. Brian says, also, yes, top 100 stream. Second camera is a big flex. The novel sounds cool too. Rukiichi says, I'm late. Yes. Next time I need you to be on time, all right? I need you to, you know how important these streams are? Top 100 streams. Top 100 streams and you're late? Is there going to be Spanish from Zero videos, George? I think so. I think so. I mean, honestly, I would just have to do it. Just like, hey, Hugo, do you want to make videos on it? And then we would prepare it and go through it. How long did it take you to write Fate Squared? Well, the first draft was surprisingly quick. It was like less than a year to get the first draft. And I sent the draft up. So here's what happened. So I had this friend, and his friend on he contacted me for Japanese from Zero. And so I talk to anybody. Anyone sends me something, I talk to them. So he was sitting in my friend list, right? Where chats that you've had, chat history. But he had changed his name to Square's Slave or something like that. Square Enix's Slave. And his sub message was, I haven't written for a year, it's time to get back to writing. And I thought, oh, I write things. Let me talk to this guy. I want another writer friend. So I said, hey man, looks like you're a writer. Like, what have you been doing? And we talked about that back and forth. And he said, actually, I'm up in a lot of the fiction not subreddits, Discord channels, and I evaluate books and I give people feedback. And I'm like, and I sent him something that I wrote called Now Mountain, which is on the tissue box. Where is it? Hang on. Now Mountain. Right here. I sent him this. I think I sent him this. Which is just some story I wrote based on a dream that I had. Oops. Sorry. I don't have my headphones on. I did not know that was playing. Sorry. I wasn't trying to get you to watch that. And then he gave me some feedback and he explained, like, if you want to slow down a scene, you have to add a lot more detail. If you want to speed up a scene, you have to take less detail. And he gave me and it was like really solid feedback, right? So we became more and more friends with each other. And his name is Square Enix. So I started writing a joke about George and Square. I wrote a story about George and Square. And it opens up with dialogue about how Square got his name and about his name. And I, from there, I took it a little bit into the absurd. But something happens and then George is like, meet me back at my place, And I'm like, what? Wait a minute. How do they know each other? How do George and Square know each other? And so I wanted to know more about the story. So I took the whole thing out of Discord, popped it into a document and started writing it. Now that's like chapter 10. There's like 9 chapters before that, giving the story up to that point. And there's 70 after it. And it's the best thing I've ever written. Honestly, it's the best thing I've ever written. It's good stuff. But, so the names in the book are George and Square. The two of the characters are George and Square. So I'm not creative with my own. I thought to change the name from George, but he's been George in my head the whole time, so he's George. He's not based on me at all. If anything, he's based on my trainer, my trainer at the gym, my coach. So that's how I got that. So the first version was pretty good. And then I sent the first version to Square. He's changed his name since then. I sent it to Square, and his comment was, for draft 1 was, it's a story. That was his draft 1 comment. But when I sent him draft 4, I said this I think the other day too, but this is like still the highest compliment I've ever got, is that I've never seen anyone improve so much between drafts. So I'm happy about that. That Spanish from Zero book is out already. Yes, it is. That one's been out. The lectures are free on YouTube, and Sanderson talks about it too. For some reason, his teaching reminds me of yours. The cover art is cool. Yeah, the cover art is cool. I agree. I can't buy the book, sadly, due to my place. I will wait for the course on website and videos. Where's your place, Rukiichi? Publisher is me, Japan, mon amour. I have the way publishers do books is they have I think I called it an impression. That was called? No, there's another word I'm thinking about it. For example, all the Japanese from Zero books are under the, is it impression? The imprint, sorry, I think it's imprint. Learn from Zero or from Zero LLC. but I think I'm going to go with Sans Spec Press. I think that's what I put on the bottom of the. Yeah, it says Sans Spec Press. I've had the domain Sans Spec for a long time. I had it for another project, so I'll probably just do it there. I'm in Egypt, but the custom fees is like 3 times the price of the book. The price is $1,300 here, so I will pay in the end like $5,000 or something. Oh, that's sad. Why do countries do that? Why do they make it so hard on their people? I say as we're adding all of these tariffs in America too. Oops. We're just like other countries, guys. But anyway, this isn't designed to just talk about book publishing or how to write a book. You can ask questions about anything. I'm trying to be, right now we're in the top 100 live streams. I'd like to be in the top 10 if I could. And I think to do that, we have to be more inclusive. It can't just be language learning. So again, you heard it here, top 100 stream. And once I get that second camera, third camera, we're going to boost. It's going to boost. They were trying to limit online purchases from outside Egypt to not ruin the currency. Yeah. What color are my socks? I don't have socks on right now. I am wearing Crocs though. These are the light rides. These are amazing. These are my indoors Crocs. You see they're clean, right? I don't wear my shoes inside. I wear these so I don't tear up my feet though. Ow, that hurt my leg seriously right now. I'm curious about something. How old are you? Yes, I'm 53. I'll be 54 in October. And you know, surprisingly, I was 52 last year. Most people don't realize that. People don't realize I used to be. And at one point, I was 32. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. It's kind of a secret I don't really like to talk about. And if I'm going to go really big on the secrets, I used to be 16. Someone said in the chat in one of the streams, they put a comment like what do they say? You've aged like, and I can't remember what they said, but I was like, I didn't know if it was like a compliment or an insult. I don't know, but everyone ages. Everyone ages. But the weird thing is, you know, you hear people say like, oh, I would never go back I wouldn't go back either. I like being this age. I enjoy being in this comfortable age. I don't like being in that age where you're like, oh, this is going to get me thinking too much. But this age where you don't know where you're going or what you're going to do, this has been stressing me out the last few days. I want to solve everyone's problems, but I can't, and it stresses me out. So if for example, if I have a friend that can't afford something or they want more money or they're doing a thing and it's not there, Violet is what I'm talking about right now. I can't make it for her. I can't fix her. And other people that I know, I can't I wish I could do something. What could I do to make money? I don't know. Like I was thinking about it. I don't know what I would do if I lost all that I have. I don't know if, let's say I don't have any books that I've written or book sales just tank to zero and the website fails. I mean, I have a real estate license. I've done real estate. I've made money in real estate. I've done interpreting work, but that's kind of gone now because of AI theoretically. Where would I go? I have no idea. So I started getting depressed about that because I don't know what I would do. I'm trying to solve my own problem that I don't have yet. P-Jim, you're aging like a fine wine. You look pretty good for your age. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, I am an old man. I look in the mirror and it's like, you're like, oh, like when I wear a hat, when I go outside, I'm just an old man with a hat. I might as well have like the USS Arizona or something on my shirt, you know. I fought back in the war when the Japs hit us on the, you know, that kind of level. I did meet someone that was on the, was it the Arizona? I met this man. He was at a yard sale. He was like 93 and he had like, I think it was the Arizona. I think, I'm not sure. I think that was the one that sunk, but it was like one of them. He was on it. You look like you're in your 40s. Wow. Well, I don't smoke. I think that helps. Also, the beard. The beard's playing a good role. But if you go back and look at the 2016 videos, all of this beard is not white, so that's definitely changed. I'm not gonna live to 200 for sure, unless though I'll tell you this is a little secret time. That when we started the company, me and Justin, 13 years ago, we started the From Zero side of it, right? So I talked to Justin. I said, look, Justin, I'm already at the max of what I can do for Yes Japan Corporation. Like, I know I cannot physically do anymore. I'm building the website, the forum, the shopping cart, making the books, putting the content, making the videos, editing the videos. This is as far as I can take it. Do you want to join me? Do you want a percentage of 0? He's like, yeah. So I'll give you a percentage of the new thing, which is 0, which would be all other languages like German, like Chinese, like French, whatever language. I know. Who really needed to know what other languages means? Who didn't know? Raise your hand. Put it down. You're dumb. You should have known what other languages meant. I should have not told you. But that's From Zero side. Anything Japanese is the Yes Japan side, but we run it as one company. Okay. Hang on. Translator work is dead. In my country, you need to be a honored translator for most stuff. You can't just be any translation. True. Even here in Las Vegas, when my friend's husband died, and I had to remove her husband's name from the deed, and it needed to be not honored. What we call it here is certified. So she needed to be certified by the state, the translator that I used. I did a translation myself, but I'm not certified by the state. And also, theoretically, you could say I shouldn't be translating because I'm her friend or something like that. For certain things. Conflict of interest, per se. You had black hair, I saw, but some people get white hair even when they're young, so I never thought you would be above 50. Yeah. I mean, I have been making videos since 2002. That's 24 years of video making. That's insane, right? I've been married to my wife for 30 years. Do I still practice your Mandarin? I do, actually. Okay, Jarrell, you've opened it up. I'm just going to do it. Just the first part of the song. I have a song called Chinese Girls Rock My World. And I just literally about 3 streams ago rewrote the Mandarin section of that song. Give me a second. I'm finding it. I'm just going to play up through that point. I'll play all of the first 2 chorus lines, which are all Chinese. This is for an album called Polyglot Thirst, where it's a man that loves languages. I just spit because I got too excited thinking about the girls of those languages. But I love languages in the song. I mean, it's truth as well. And so I learn the languages when the girls are awesome, essentially. Give me a second. I got to find. Okay, here we go. All right, you ready? Here we go. This is called Chinese Girls Rock My World.
Five years ago I thought Koreans were the best. 5 years before that, Japanese girls passed my test. But now the great land of China is where I stand. And Chinese girls are so hot, I need a foldable fan.我喜欢亚洲女孩，所以我开始学说亚洲的语言。我这其实是日本人，可是我真心真想中国的女人，因为这是大的问题，麻烦的。我要这流汗，他们刚度我。我的中文还不够，可是我已经真爱上我女人。比韩国女人漂亮，比日本女人可爱，因为我太喜欢中国女人。我得学习中文， 강도 Whoa. Chinese girls are hotter than a.
All right. Now you say, George, you gotta make a karaoke YouTube version so I can sing it at home. Okay. I actually wrote a little app, me and Claude, called Kashi-oke. Okay. So I'm gonna show it to you. Give me a second. I gotta get it on screen. I haven't opened it in a while. It should be working. So these are all, this karaoke app is strictly for my songs. So you can see here, they're all in here. Stuff you haven't heard yet too as well. But except for the Chinese one. The Chinese one isn't in here. I'd have to put it in here. So these are, there's the Filipinas on my mind, German beer girl, I love Japanese girls. I'll show you how it works. Now that we're doing it, we'll just do a little bit. Okay, hang on. I gotta get my headphones on. Oops. Hang on. That's right. Hang on. I cannot hear myself in outputs. Monitor. No, it's routing. Routing. Okay. I can hear myself now. Ooh, too loud? Too loud. Maybe too loud. Okay. So the way it works is I put in all of the music here, and then I load in the karaoke version, the full audio version, and now I can preview it to check for timings. So right now it's got the vocal version, and I need to make like a shortcut to jump between each one. But now this is the karaoke version.
I love Japanese girls, yes I do.
Damn bet I do.
I love Japanese girls, you bet I do.
Hell yes I do.
When I was 12 years old, my dad took me to Japan. My life changed a lot, and I became a man. On the airplane there, I met a beautiful girl. She was the stewardess, but she rocked my world.
There you go. You can hear the original vocals here.
From the era of Meiji, towering 6 feet tall.
All right, that's enough. That's not what this. I don't want to make these live streams always devolve into me singing, although I do love singing. But yes, eventually I could release karaoke versions of that. Now, those get turned into MKVs, and so the MKVs have the subtitles timed to the song, doing the yellow thing back and forth, the thing, and it's karaoke essentially. And then different tracks. There's 2 tracks, one with the audio and one with the like the singing track, and then the karaoke track, and you can switch between them. And my goal would be, because you can do this on Laserdisc, it's the coolest thing. When you're singing on Laserdisc karaoke, you have a mode where you just make the switch, and you can hear the vocals, the not trainer vocals, but like guide vocals. And then when you start singing, they go away. So it'd be like imagine it's not me. I love Japanese girls. And then the minute I say, yes, I do, then the yes, I do part of the track would drop and it would switch over to karaoke seamlessly. That's what I want to build with Kashi-oke. And Kashi means lyrics. Let me scroll back up. Change it to this. 我要和他们交流更多. I thought that's what it was. Is that not what it was? Hang on, let me bust out that Chinese additional lyrics. New Chinese part for lyrics. Let's see here. You want the he tamen, you want it to go like this. Okay. I'll remember that. I was debating that, honestly. I think Japanese made me think I shouldn't put it in front. Because Japanese puts it in front and Chinese is different. Thank you. Appreciate that. You said you want to talk to them. No, hear me out. I know that this needs to be the onnahen. I don't know how to say that in Chinese. But every time I put it, when I ran it through Google Translate, it kept saying, did you mean? Then I thought, well, maybe because it's a group, it just assumes it has to be men all the time. Because like Spanish, for example, has like when you do multiple gender groups, you always use the masculine version. Like, for example, if you want to say, if it's all female cats, you could say las gatas. But if there's one mixed in there, one male, it becomes los gatos. So I thought maybe that was the same thing happening with Chinese, where when you say them, maybe it just always defaults to the person radical instead of the girl radical. Well, that's good information, though. I appreciate it. I was wondering about that. You said you want to talk to them. Okay, yes. I still don't get undes even after your video. Is it supposed to be an emotion? All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open Japanese from Zero book 5, which is where I think it is. Give me a second. Printer submissions. We'll go to the printer submissions for book 5. Okay. Okay, give me a second. I'm opening it up. Okay. Let's find undes in here somewhere. Someone can remind me. Oh, I should just look in the table of contents, actually. Okay. Oh, maybe that was near the end of the book, actually. I love Japanese girls. Ndatte, ikundatte. Here's the first un showing its face. Oh, here it is. Okay. Chapter 2. Okay. Chapter 2. Okay. Let's move me over here. Oops. Maybe move me up here. As with any grammar, you have to know how grammar works with nouns, adjectives, non-adjectives. Wait, does that mean we explained it a little bit before that? No. Okay. Always use undes with verbs, nouns, and all adjectives except with present positive tense, blah, blah, blah. It's hard to remember, but just you'll figure it out over time. So, where do we explain it? Everything except positive tense. This is still talking about how to do it. Here we go. The undes has a few uses. The first we will learn is when asking for confirmation or providing a reason. It's like kara in this case. For example, you saw your classmate packing her backpack in the middle of the day at school. You want to know if she's going home or not. Kairun desu ka? Is it that you're going home? The reason for you packing all your stuff up? Kairun desu ka? Hai, atama ga itai desu. Now she's saying, atama ga itai kara desu. Yes, because itai desu. Now you're giving a confirmation, a reason, okay? Undes changes in tone, but not the meaning of the sentence, right? So it changes the tone, not the meaning, okay? Upon noticing a friend's child studying a test, itsu testo ga arun desu ka? When is it that you have a test? Ashita nan desu. It's tomorrow. But we could have just said, itsu testo ga aru no? Itsu testo ga arimasu ka? Ashita desu. And nothing would have changed. It just changes the tone. Here's another version. When you're emphasizing, when you want to show a bit of emotion or emphasis, you can use nan desu. Nihon no natsu wa dou desu ka? How is summer in Japan? Mushiatsui desu. Mushiatsui desu. It's so muggy. Samui desu yo. It's so cold. So there we have it with emphasis. And then here we talk about the difference between undes and kara. Karadesu is fact-based reason. It's clearly and ambiguously stating a reason. The stated reason is in the open. In some situations, it can feel direct. あなたが不細工だからです. It's because you're ugly. Undes conveys more emotion and emphasis. It also sounds softer than kara and is more indirect and ambiguous. The reason is understood but not clearly stated. And then there's examples on that. So the reason why it's in book 5 is it's not one of those easy to understand. Boom, here's what it means. It requires watching a lot of Japanese people use it and using it yourself and seeing how it affects the conversation. That's why immersion works so well after you've studied for and gotten the basics down. Immersion's great because you see people using things and your brain picks up patterns that you don't know, these little subtle patterns. You ever seen that show Lie to Me? So Lie to Me looks at people's micro expressions and determines if they're lying. I think it's like that when you're learning a language. You start to see micro expressions, micro intentions, micro intonations, and eventually your body just knows. Whereas like you might not be able to explain it. You go, I don't know, man. Getting a bad vibe about that girl. I'm not sure why, but I don't know what it is, man. Something about her isn't right. That kind of a thing. So over time, as long as you know undes is similar to kara in terms of it's giving a reason, it's that it's this. Right? Oh, how come you speak Japanese so well? 奥さんが日本人なんですよ. Yeah, no, it's my wife's Japanese. It's that my wife is Japanese. 日本に長く住んでたんですよ. It's that I lived in Japan a long time. That's a very clear, just using it not as emphasis, but as showing a reason, right? And then if we're going to do the other one, it's like we did earlier with the, let's see. What do you mean? Why is it so hot in your house? Why don't you turn the AC? 今電気代が高いんですよ. Man, just electricity costs are so expensive. Emphasis. I could just say 電気代が高いです. No emphasis. It's too dry. It doesn't work. You could say very matter-of-factually 電気代が高いからです. It's because it is expensive for electricity. But if I say 電気代が高いんですよ, it's, yeah, just like, watch, electricity is so expensive. It's that tone difference. So for example, in English, I say this all the time, but in English, we have tones. We have the way we emphasize something. Japanese has grammar to cover a lot of that stuff. Not always. Sometimes Japan has tones as well. Japan has ways of emphasizing things. But here, for example, we say, how come your house is so warm? Oh, the electricity is just really expensive right now. How come your house is so hot? Oh, man, just like electricity is just so expensive. That's undes. Electricity is just so expensive. 電気代が高いんですよ. Do you get it now? It's a shift in tone in what you are saying. Mark, that would be the kind of thing you would clip. You clip that sort of thing. Okay? I'm hoping Mark becomes a clipper for me. I need a clipper. And I was thinking the way I would do the clipping is Japanese things would be clipped to put on this channel as a Japanese clip from the live stream. And then anything stupid and fun would go on like Polyglot George or something like that. That's kind of my thought right now. I got to figure out how to do it. But because we are working to be top 10 streams on YouTube. That's probably cringy when I look back at that later on. We'll find out. Hopefully that helps. Lian Yu. That's the type of question I'm looking for here. Okay. I really like your courage that you record the songs that you record. Hang on. I really like your courage that you record songs and write and show it despite not being the best in singing. Excuse me? Excuse me? I'm not the best in singing? That hurts. It's true though. I'm not the best in singing. You don't care about people's opinion, and that makes me happy that you are my sensei. The thing is, Rukiichi, if you constantly worry about what other people are thinking, you'll never release or make anything that the people that don't think you're bad like. I still get stuck in like thinking, oh man, these songs are stupid. But then every now and then people are like, oh my God, your song's in my head, or I sing this song all the time. When are you going to release it? Not just Violet, by the way, although Violet does say that to me. But you have to, you have to know. Think about this. When you're driving around, look at all the types of cars and think, which ones would you buy and which ones wouldn't you buy? Which ones would you be okay driving and not driving? And realize that not everyone thinks the same. So some people will hate you and others will love you. So if people ask me like, oh, what's the target demographic for your novel? The people that will like my novel. What's the target demographic of people for Japanese from Zero? The people that like Japanese from Zero. And whenever I meet anyone, because I know it's good. I know it's good. I wrote it. I know it's good. But when people sometimes say, oh, I just don't like the progressive system for Japanese from Zero, it's just not my style of book. Like, I didn't write it for you. If someone doesn't like what I do, like my songs, I didn't sing it for them. I started listening recently to Insane Clown Posse, and they're definitely not for a lot of people, but they have a huge fan base. It just, I liked a few songs that's in my Spotify list, and I'm starting to like them. And that's the thing. If you're constantly thinking about what other people think, you're going to ignore all the people that would love what you do. Because just because a person you respect doesn't like what you do, or like me, even if, let's say you respect me and you show me a thing and I go, I don't know, it sucks to me, I don't like it. That doesn't mean anything. It just means I don't like it. It just means it's not my thing. People send me things. My friends will send me things and I'm like, why would you send this? It's so stupid. And I'll tell them, I would have never sent that to you. It's so not my thing. But that video has millions of views. The world is too complex for you to not find an audience. Like, you can definitely find an audience for whatever you do, right? I mean, I can give you example after example. I'm thinking about, what hit my head right now was that whoever makes that Spider-Man and the Let's Go princess, I don't know her name, stupid things like that. There's an audience for that. I would never watch it. It's dumb. Skibbity-dibbity stuff. Other like meme stuff. Like, there's audiences for all of it. Sometimes what you think is the worst thing could be the best thing you've ever made. And people will call you brave for putting it out. When you're like, I don't know, I just didn't know what else to do. I don't know how to sing serious. I mean, I have some serious songs, but and also that even famous people, when they sing, they have someone that teaches them how to sing it. And sometimes they have a guide track that they learn from. That's what I'm doing. I'm learning from what the AI sings, and I'm trying to get better at singing. And a lot of times I can't do what the AI sings, so I invent my own way to sing that song. I wrote the song. It's my lyrics, but I don't know how to turn it into a song. So AI creates that. And then because AI is always like insanely good, I can't mimic what they do. So I just do my best version of that. And sometimes I come up with, I think, is a way better phrasing. And I'll rewrite the lyrics that match my voice. And that's fine. For me, that's fine. Because I know there's at least some audience on there. Out there, I should say, not on there. So it's not about courage. It's about knowing that, I mean, yeah, it is a little bit about courage. But it's about knowing that if someone hates you, fine. There will be someone that does like you. I should add, if you produce something relatively good. Not everything's good. But look at that song, Friday. It's Friday, Friday. How many people insanely hated that song? It made millions. And that girl now has a career. She actually is really good. It all started with this stupid, embarrassing Friday song. But it's good. It's in my Spotify favorites list. Akai Niwatori says, I sing a little, and he's doing well enough. Exactly. You actually don't always got to sound like Journey. I mean, sometimes it's a benefit to sound bad. Like in the Chinese dragon song that we sing, I couldn't hit the note, right? I couldn't hit the note. So I just go, as best as I can. And it's funnier. It's better. It looks intentional now. I just couldn't hit the note. I'll just play that one part. I'm not trying to always play my songs, but I'm going to just play that part. Give me a second. I'm not just on this page. How did I get to this page? Tissue Box Records. So this is a song I wrote, me and my friend Nick. Listen to the part where I scream the lyric really poorly.
Chinese dragon spitting fire sauce. Chinese cookie spitting advice. I like dragons that can fly and Chinese food with spice. Dragon! Rock. Chinese dragon! Rock, rock. Just explain on the piano, yeah! Yeah! Chinese girls and their long red cheepo, yeah!
I would argue that yeah is funnier than singing it properly. This is a comedic song, and then changing the
Explain on the piano, yeah!
That's Nick.
Yeah. Chinese girls and their long red cheepo, yeah!
Calling out the bad singing by typing it like that makes it funny. And I think people would mimic that. If this was actually a popular song, people in karaoke would be like, yeah! You know, in the same way that we go, mama, you know, I killed a man. You know, we scream it like he does, right? Even though we can't do it. So, it's okay. Sometimes it's okay. It's better than doing nothing, honestly. But you said Tamen. Not wait, you could tell in the song? You could tell by the tone in the song? Those don't have different tones, do they? Hang on. Now I gotta figure. Give me a second. We gotta go to. I don't know if they have different tones. So, Tamen, right? Okay. You're going to blow my mind. I got to get out of all these different language modes. Hang on. It's the same. Try this one. Taiyangda. It's all the same. It's showing the same tone. How do you reconcile that? Oh wait, I'm in the wrong spot here. See, it's all the same.
他们
So, seriously, Mark, are you going to do this to me again, Mark? How many times have I explained to you? Chinese tones don't do that. For the clips, Mark. Oh, it works in this mode too. Okay, interesting. Sorry, I thought it was in the main screen mode. All right. As far as I know, it's all the same. This context sounds like you want to talk to men. Mark, I know. I understand. I know. Yes, I know. I understand. I understand all of that. I understand. I know enough kanji to know. And when I took Chinese class, it was the first thing I asked. And it was the first thing I was confused about, because why would you have three different ways to say ta, ta, ta? And one means it, one means her, one means he. It's crazy. Make a replay clip in OBS. Okay. My wife told me she woke up and heard me sleep talking, saying, hi, hi. That's funny. Honestly, watching a terrible blockbuster is the best confidence boost. If that overhyped stuff can make money, anyone can. You know what? When Trump won the presidency, the first one, first of all, I cried. I cried really intently, not tears of joy, tears of like, what have we done? And this is before I knew anything that we know about Trump. And then I was like, I gotta do more things. If Trump can do this, I can do anything. That's what I thought. I got a huge confidence from that, you know? So I think if you have skill or a little bit of a skill, just keep developing it, you know? I mean, look what Justin Bieber became. Justin Bieber was just a kid singing on the internet, you know? Look at Britney Spears. She's crazy, but she still made a lot of money. Yeah, I don't know if she became crazy or if she was crazy. Allegedly, she's crazy. That's my opinion. Every time I see her doing those dance videos, I'm like, oh, maybe that's why her father was in charge. She's being really weird. Oops, I did it again. So, as to when the album's gonna come out, I was actually thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I actually released a CD with all those songs? But they'd have to be, you know, produced a little bit better for the CD. But it would be fun. Because it doesn't cost much to like make 1,000 CDs. Let's say I spend a couple $1,000 making 1,000 CDs and then I sell it as a novelty. It'd be fun. There'd be enough people that would buy it to make it worth it. You know, I've released a DVD before and it sold out. So back in the day, and it was a horrible DVD. Let's see if I can find the review on the DVD. Hang on. It was an accurate review too. It was like, it was a good review. Like a good review in terms of he wasn't lying. Best of Yes Japan. Here it is. Where is it? Right here. Best of Yes Japan. 3.1, solid 3.1 star. Okay. I watched this DVD several times, and each time I'm more impressed with just how bad it is. The production quality is terrible, with erroneous noises, shaky shots, and sloppy editing that rivals a bad home movie. That the authors didn't retake some of these episodes conveys a true disregard for their work, if you could call it that. But okay, who cares about the production quality? How are the lessons? How much Japanese will you learn? I, for one, would gladly watch a poorly produced show if it improved my skills. But if that's what you want, this isn't the product. The show introduces words more or less at random, with no structure or reinforcement. The phrases provided are often useless or just plain stupid. You'll learn how to endear yourself to the elderly by saying, I don't speak pre-war Japanese, and how to combine English and Japanese to create hilarious jokes like, excuse me masen, a real rib splitter. Basically, this DVD is 238 minutes of Gaijin acting dumb and annoying while his Japanese co-hosts look bored. If you want to see how to not act in Japan or elsewhere, then this would be a good start. There's no learning plan, no sense of organized instruction that might help you acquire and retain the language. The entertainment, such as it is, consists of such stunners as filling a water glass to overflowing and pointing out a palm tree while driving. I also went to the Yes Japan website and reviewed the courses, which are of less value than an average textbook and no more interesting or motivating. I will say, however, the marketing is very good. The Yes Japan products look great from the outside. Too bad they're not. That's the most accurate review of any product I've ever released. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't designed to teach you anything. It was the best of the Yes Japan shows. That's all it was. But it does say learn advanced speaking and have fun in Japan with yesjapan.com. That's, I don't know. I thought it was fun. But that was the era it was like 2004. What did he expect? It was George and Keiko, George versus Chie. There was the Date with Keiko shows that were on there. It was pre-YouTube, really. Where is that DVD? I have a copy of it around here somewhere. I don't think it's in my actual... Believe it or not, it's not in my DVD cases. It's somewhere else. Yo, George, this guy taught me all Japanese I know now. I love him. Yo, George. Yo, George. Okay, it's like you're talking to your friend. Yo, George. Yo, check it out. This guy taught me all Japanese I know now. I love it. Which guy are you talking about? And I thought you were talking about me. Now I think it's someone else. I don't know. Can you clarify what you mean? I don't know. Yes, it was your negoto. You're talking in your sleep. I've done that. My wife says my Japanese is better when I'm sleeping. Actually, I probably gotta go soon. There's a store that I want to go visit that moved, and it's downtown, so let me see if my wife's ready to go. Call my wife.
Calling now.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't like that at all. Calling now. That's a new thing. Hang on. Call Yukari.
Calling Yukari.
Wait, what happened to my... You used to say calling the most beautiful woman in the world, Trombley. I was hoping for that. All right. Call my wife.
Calling now.
It's quicker. Top 100 live streams right here, guys. Oh my god. Vladator says, literally open the video. I think I should go soon. It's been a blast. Does Yukari only hang out with Japanese people in America because her English isn't that great? It's not because her English isn't great. It's because she doesn't hang out with them. But most of her friends are Japanese. I don't think she... No, she has no... Let me ask her. I don't even know if she has any American friends. Her American friends are my American friends, essentially. Miracle Matt said... Miracle Matt. Do you sell Miracle Mats? You're the one who taught me Japanese. I do remember like 10 years ago, the Dragon Quest play session that changed my life. You know, dude... when I went to Akihabara like a few years ago, I was buying games, right? And for the first time in my life, I got recognized by a Japanese person. And it was because of that Dragon Quest game that I played. So I was buying games and he goes, Drakue ganbatte ne. I'm like, what? Haishin mittemasu nde. I'm like, what? That one time I played and he remembered me from that was insane. For a moment, I thought she would just understand everything you said. She does. The thing about my wife is I speak to her completely nonsensical a lot. Like, I don't call her by her real name. I'll go, Tricky Maki Dookie Book. I'll call her anything that sounds like I'm calling her name, it's her. And she'll respond. She'll be like, hi, Nani. I think this is the thing that married couples do, though. I don't think it's like just me. But yeah, it was nice getting recognized. It was really nice in Japan. Like, I get recognized by Americans all the time. Like Italians have recognized me, Filipinos have recognized me, but never have I been recognized by a Japanese person. So that was kind of enjoyable. I think my wife's coming down. guess it doesn't take the high-pitched sound. Doesn't work. Pixel from Okinawa. Hi, Sai. ねえ、ゆかり。分かってた？私が言ったこと。分かってたということですよね。分かってたよね。で、全部分かってましたよね。
こんなとこあるの？
いいじゃん。
あ、
掃除中。今、撮影中だからね。ここ、あ、ピュッ、ピュッ、ピュッ、ピュッ。奥さん in the shot. 今映ったよ。ライブストリームに映ったよ。どうしたの？
これさ、
うん
通り道にあったら危ないっしょ。
いいじゃん。それぐらい。
オッケー。
だから泥棒が来たら分かるってことで、違う、泥棒が来たらそこ踏んだら痛いって言って、あ、泥棒がいるって分かるやん。
オッケー。いいじゃん、それぐらい。
うん。じゃあ行きます？お腹すいた？うんね。じゃあそろそろ行くんでよろしく。All right. Guys, I'm getting ready to go. I'll answer this final question. Do I prefer living in Japan or the US? I love Japan. And I do think I want to live there. But I love the desert climate of Las Vegas. And Japan is insanely muggy. 暑いんですよ。とっても蒸し暑いんですよ。By the way, I'm not sure about which question we can ask here, but I have a Japanese friend who just started a YouTube channel speaking slow Japanese to help foreigners. Any tips to make it relevant? Just keep making videos. I'm not a fan of slow Japanese things though, so I probably won't promote it. But there's a lot of その遅く喋るチャンネルは面白くないと思います。I don't think it's interesting what they're talking about most of the time. I would say this, make it interesting. Even though it's slow, talk like you're talking to your friends, right? Don't be like, the other day I went to the supermarket and I bought milk. I would rather hear like, oh my God. In my refrigerator, there has been this milk for 2 years that I forgot about. I accidentally poured it over my cereal. And the crazy thing is, it was delicious. That would be better than a manufacturer. Don't manufacture slow Japanese. Actually do interesting things, just do it slow. That would be my advice. No, I'm not going to get acclimated to... I lived in Japan for 9 years. I don't like the summers, even in the north. It's way too muggy. I don't like it. But anyway, that's it, guys. I'll see you... I'll see you in I'm trying to find a song to end the stream on. Give me a second. I'm going to play one of my faves. My most recent one. Where did it go? E3. Here we go. Here I am lying in a bed I didn't choose. Got plenty of time, ain't got no money to lose. Time keeps drifting, my body's getting older. My goals keep shifting, dreams starting to smolder. If I had desire, I might do something new. If I had more luck, I wouldn't have lost my love with you. If I had more will, I would have begged you to stay. If I had a time machine, I'd go back and fix that day. Time is running out, I've got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Time is running short, I've got nothing at all to show. Will it ever change? Can anyone ever really know? No one knows. I'm stuck in this town. I've got nowhere else to go.
left me on a Sunday alone in a quiet church. My body's weak and my heart's stuck in a lurch. I don't comprehend the words you spoke. My brain refuses to believe, must be a cruel joke. I keep thinking one day you'll come back to me. Use your magic hands reversing this lobotomy. You'll give me what I need, bringing back sanity. You'll make it all feel better, erase calamity. Time is running out, I've got nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Time is running short, I've got nothing at all to show. Will it ever change? Can anyone ever really know? No one knows. I'm stuck in this town, I've got nowhere left to go. Whoever said love lasts forever, I guess didn't have a clue. It wasn't even a year, now I'm all alone, just longing for you. The trees aren't so green, and the stars have lost their shine. Nothing feels right when you're gone and aren't mine. Yeah, I gotta come back and fix this mess you made. Shine light back into my soul, extinguish this eternal shade. Look what you did, you've destroyed the best parts of me, taking all my support, destroying all I was and all I could ever be. Time is running out, I've got nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Time is running short, I've got nothing at all to show. Will it ever change? Can anyone ever really know? No one knows. I'm stuck in this town, I got nowhere else to go. Do